good morning. St. Thomas, St. John, St. Croix, Tortola. BVI, Puerto Rico. Who calling our phone is 101.3, baby, and Bush T in the morning. Shout out to the energy god himself, Pompa, P to the U to the M to the P to the A. Yes, that's right. Good morning. Guys, you are tuned in to 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, and Bush T in the morning. Each and every weekday morning with your hostess, with the mostest, Neeks. Y'all already know what time it is. How are you doing this Thursday morning? 25 days into the month of June already. Oh, man, guys, listen. So last night we had a little scare. Oh, my gosh. I know everybody started going around. I saw the little posts and everything as well saying, hey, is this for real? Is this actually something that we need to be, aware of? Absolutely. So listen, we got Vitima in his house. And they're here to make sure that they clear the air of what's real, what's not, and what's in between, and what you should be paying attention to, okay? Because we do happen to live in America's paradise, but there's a lot that comes with our little bit of perfection in the middle of the sea, okay? So keep it locked right here on 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, and Bush T in the morning, because we got none other than, and I'll let them introduce themselves. Good morning.
Good morning. This is Director Daryl Justin, Director for Vitima.
Yes.
Good morning, Regina Brown, Deputy Director of Planning and Preparedness, Vitima.
Hey, so definitely, I gotta thank you guys for coming in so short notice and being willing to share this information with our community. So tell us what actually was taking place yesterday. We saw there was an earthquake on the northern side of Venezuela, which is closest to us, right?
Yes, very much so. This is Director Justin. So, last evening, and we are between some different tectonic plates. You talk about South American plate and Caribbean plate. So we are in an active zone. Mm-hmm. And so earthquake notices come out, and then always the silhouette. And the silhouette for our environment here is the possibility of a tsunami. So we have different levels of warning systems. I'll have Regina go through that. Yes. But last night we had two earthquakes actually down in Venezuela, just off the coast there, the 7.5 and 7.1. So pretty significant magnitudes.
So it was two.
Yes, two very close. So, about 6:05 p.m. And then Regina will walk through this, but it takes a little while to process, the silhouette with that. And so the words go out. And we do have a great coordination with the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center, which actually is in Hawaii. But they provide the information to us very, very quickly. And Regina, she's our subject matter expert. She's well known in the environment in the Caribbean and even nationally and internationally on tsunami activities. And this preparedness and response discussion is very important education. There's all sorts of tools out there that will talk about what you can do to prepare yourself as well as to be educated. So with that said, Regina, I'll turn it over to you.
Good morning, Regina. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Yes.
So basically, as Director Jashin mentioned, that event did occur. And when he mentioned the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center, anything over 7.0 earthquakes takes the Tsunami Warning Center, which is in Hawaii, about 5 to 10 minutes to analyze that data.
Oh, wow.
Based on buoys that are in the ocean that we call the dart buoys. And that is basically has a sensor on the ocean floor. It goes up to a satellite in the sky and then goes down to the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center in Hawaii. Okay. So they were analyzing that data. So that talks about the time frame Director Jashin mentioned. And there are 4 tsunami alert levels. It's a tsunami information statement. That's the one you guys have been getting all the time. That says there's no tsunami threat for the territory.
Yeah.
There's a tsunami advisory, which is what happened yesterday. The only recommended action is to get out of the ocean.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that is mostly
and
it.
Stay away from the shore.
Yes, and away from the coastal. And if you're in the ocean and a boat, you have to go out to a little further, deeper in the ocean. Then there's a tsunami watch. That means a tsunami threat may be coming, but you just have to remain alert.
So wait, if you're in a boat and you get the alert stating to be aware, you have to go out further into the ocean?
Further out in the ocean.
Oh, wow. So just stay away from the coastline. Yes. That's where it's most, whether it's on land or on water, stay away from the coastline.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, and especially if you're on the beach, come out of the water. Don't stay in the water, what's not. And the last alert level is a tsunami warning. That means that threat is definitely imminent. That the wave might be approaching the shores of St. Croix, St. Thomas, St. John, or Water Island. Right. And we have tsunami tide gauges throughout the territory. We have seismic stations throughout the territory. But the earthquake that happened in Venezuela is considered international waters. So that's why we didn't get a USGS message for that time.
Right.
But we have great partnership with the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center and they were giving us all the information in real time to myself and Director Joshin.
Yeah, and one of the things I would say is, when you get an advisory, I want you to start assessing your environment. When I say assessing, what is your elevation relative to sea level? And we do have the maps that we have up at Tima's website that has an evacuation level, worst case scenario of 82 feet above sea level. So some folks last night, if you're above that level, thank you very much, I'm good to go. If you're less than that, like in Christiansted, Frederickstead, Charlemagne, Cruz Bay, Coral Bay, Red Hook, you probably need to start looking at where you could potentially go if that increased advisory level comes up. 'Cause we will put increased levels from the Pacific Warning Center if it gets worse. So the analysis is done, and then we look at also getting real readings. So as it progresses across the Caribbean, and this happened at 6:05, and the advisory to potentially impact the territory was going to be at 7:19. So a little over an hour to sort of think through what was going to happen and be prepared and take action. But at that point, like Regina said, it's just an advisory, but be prepared because it could change based upon getting the analysis, and the real warnings would be coming out at that point.
Right. So what I want to ask about is the alert system, because what we did see a lot of is usually so in an event of emergency, like when we get the flood warnings, the phones will go crazy. But in a situation like this, what should people actually be looking for? Because you saw a lot of posts where people were saying, hey, well, we didn't get the alert. We didn't see an alert. We're just seeing a post on Facebook. So if maybe I'm not on social media, or if I'm one of those individuals who I maybe didn't check my page at the time. I was in a meeting at the time when that happened, right? And I just opened my phone randomly and I looked at it. And ironically enough, I was with Shamari being here shortly. But I was looking at it and I was like, whoa, did you see this? Like, is this real? And then I saw the one directly from Vitima. So you guys did, like, in real time, post it on social media. But what are some other ways that we can make sure that that information reaches, like, everyone? Because it takes some time for word of mouth to pass. And, the algorithm does algorithm how it wants, So what are some ways that we can look forward to, one, getting the information as well as verifying its reliability?
Go ahead, Regina.
Sorry.
You got this. You're all over this. Go ahead.
That's okay. So we did push out the alert via message, as you saw. But some people, when they signed up for alert via, like you guys helped us in the ag fair, they didn't check tsunami in the alerts, because in the registration
so
we
you
actually
have to
check all
off
hazards.
everything.
Yeah, it has hurricanes, earthquakes, tsunamis. I want to say because Everbridge is tight, sometimes it has power outages, but that's not us, that's WAPA, and that's VIPD has their own.
Yeah.
So you have to check it. And I know some people were saying the sirens didn't go off.
Yeah, that too.
And the iPause message didn't go off, which is the one that's like for the warning that comes with a pong. That was last time when I made noise. The pong messaging. Oh, what's not?
Right, which is what we usually get for floods. Because I was about to say, well, I didn't select it for floods, but every time there's a flood warning, my phone does go crazy.
And that's because it wasn't a tsunami warning.
Okay,
it was an advisory.
It's the level. Yes. Depending on what level it is, would activate a different caliber of awareness or alarming, right?
Correct. Because then PIO, Public Information Officer Martinez, would have then interrupted the radio station with the local primaries. Right. The interruptions on TV. That would have happened if it was a warning. Okay. And the director would have triggered the tsunami warning, the sirens, if it was in fact a warning.
So what are all the different steps so that we can make sure everybody is aware? So it was, last night was a warning.
No, an advisory.
An advisory. Yes. And then after an advisory, it goes to a warning.
A
watch. Okay.
And then one thing, Krista, the one who came here with me a long time ago, the tsunami expert, she told us it's like a 4-color stoplight. Okay. So people could understand. Okay. So green is a tsunami information statement. Then we go to...
That's an advisory.
Yes. Okay. I mean, no, that's the one we said there's no tsunami threat at all.
Okay.
So there's no threat. Earthquake may have happened. Nothing is happening. Then it goes to a tsunami advisory. So it's turned into like... yellow, right? Like yellowish, amber, right? And then it goes to a tsunami watch, which is like a little orange turn into red, and then a tsunami warning, it turns red because immediate threat is going to occur.
Okay, so that clarifies that on a whole, because I think people just feel like as long as there is anything at all, we need to be like totally alert. But there's different levels to it. So guys, let's bear that in mind.
And you have a very, very good point, because depending upon the threat level, you'll get different inputs to your social media.
Correct.
Like we do have that relationship with the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center. It'll come straight through very quickly without really any action from us. Now, When it starts getting higher up, we do have a relationship with National Weather Service in Puerto Rico, and they have what's called the EAS, which will go out to everybody's phones that are connected in those areas that are covered by the threat. So Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands, and the British Virgin Islands is basically the three groups that work together in this area. But without that high level, you're going to get what you've signed up for, if you will, through VITEMA's Alert VI system, and that will happen. If you sign up for it and you happen to be in Chicago, you'll get the notice also.
Yes.
Whereas the EAS, which comes out from National Weather Service in Puerto Rico, will just be if you're connected to a tower down here. And that's the big difference.
Okay, that makes a lot
And of course, you have individuals in the state side will see it before you'll see it, and they'll call you and see what's going on. But it's important at education level. And like I said, on the warning level is when we would sound the sirens. And that's our protocols. And it could be a long distance tsunami. It could be several hours to be here. But the progress has gone out to the analysis that, yes, you're going to have a warning coming your way, or it could be regional, like last night, or it could be local, like in 1867, and you only have 10 minutes. And you're going to feel it. So that is your signal. Do not wait or look for an alert. If you feel it, earth shaking, get to that high level. Again, just 82 feet above sea level. Don't need to see you on a scenic highway. Okay, just 82 feet above sea level. And then the other piece is, these waves that start coming through, the first one may not be the greatest one or the highest level one. So we also want to wait until you get that all clear or cancellation. So last night, they ended up generating 3 different messages from the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center. The initial one, and usually about every 30 minutes or 45 minutes, the second one, and then number 3 actually was a cancellation that came out. So that was a good news story. And what that means, again, the threat has gone away. And usually they have to wait until actual readings come through, like the DART system. But it's important that they have that information. You wait until that cancellation all clear goes out. And the sirens will also send out the all clear if we happen to alert through the warning side.
Okay, well, that's a lot of great information, but we're going to cut to a quick commercial break. And guys, we'll be right back. We'll have some more information from VITEMA, as well as how you can contact them and how you can stay prepared in the event of a disaster. All right, we'll be right back. It's 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, and Bush T in the morning. Don't touch that dial.
Caribbean Lottery. Play $2 and get paid up to $2,000 every month for 5 years. That's 5 years of extra support for daily expenses. Take care of the people you love and get life moving in the right direction. Playing is easy. Pick 4 numbers and the cash ball to secure 5 years of guaranteed income. Build your financial future with Payday, the win that keeps on paying. Play now at the Caribbean Lottery agents island-wide and secure your payday. Must be 21 years or older to play. Please play responsibly.
Mornings off of McDonald's, starting right feeling great with a toasty egg McMuffin and a fresh McCafe. Mornings off of McDonald's with 3 big fluffy hot cakes or a tasty McGriddle with bacon or sausage. That's the flavor we all love, and with mornings this good, mornings off of McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
This is Rodney Moorhead, Democratic candidate for Lieutenant Governor. As a member of the Public Employees Relations Board, I know there is a backlog of over 300 plus employment claims pending at the Office of Collective Bargaining. Our unions have waited years for mediation or arbitration to resolve their workplace disputes. This disrespect ends with us. Within the first 100 days of the Donna and Rodney administration, we will fully staff the Office of Collective Bargaining. We will review every pending case with our union leaders, and we will resolve these cases fairly and collaboratively. Our union workers are the pulse of our government, and they deserve to be treated as true partners. Enough is enough. Time for results. On August 1st, vote Donna Fred Gregory for governor and Rodney Moorhead for lieutenant governor.
Donna Fred Gregory, hey, Rodney Moorhead, lead the way for a better Virgin Island, for a better Virgin Island.
Paid for by VI Now for DFG.
Mobile and True Fiber. Some things are better together. A mobile phone and True Fiber. Now everyone is happier, 'cause they have a mobile phone and True Fiber. Better together, we are. Better together, we are. Better together, mobile and True Fiber.
Liberty, your world, better connected.
St. Croix on Saturday, June 27th, McAdoo and The Farm present the ultimate all-white experience. It's a cancer bashment. And live inside The Farm, we're bringing out the heavy hitter. It's DJ Genia and Mr. Energy, DJ Chubby, Party Jesus, Star General, DJ Terrorist, DJ Agnello, and the St. Croix Party Rocker, DJ Khan, and Selecta Cruz. It's the hottest dancehall, hip-hop, and soca all night long. So fella, get ready to step out fresh and clean. And lady, come out in your sexiest white outfit. Doors open at 8:30 sharp. Advance tickets are only $25, $40 at the door. Tickets available right now at The Farm, and that's strictly the best clothing. It's an all-white experience. The Cancer Bash, Saturday, June 27th at The Farm. Don't you miss it.
Whoa. This the VI Star Boy Bugsy Bugs Busy Bee, and I'm representing for the Street Addressing Initiative. You know all the roads are St. John done their names, like fully covered, man. So let's push for the completion at St. Croix and St. Thomas. There go, you choose. Whatever you want to be in the road. Help us. You choose. However you want to be in the road. Hey, click the link and pick a name. Name the road. Pick a name. Pick a name. I did my name, you don't pick a name. Click the link and find the address. Hey, now we got the address. Find the address. Just find the address. Name the road. Hey, now we got the address. Just find the address. Name the road. Hey, now we got the address. Name the street. Hey, let's find the address. Hey, let's get the address. Yeah. This message was brought to you by the office of the Lieutenant Governor, man.
Feel the rhythm. Catch the excitement and win big this May at Caravel Casino. Sundays is Flat Screen Frenzy from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. every hour. One winner scores $500 cash, and one lucky envelope holds a 65-inch flat screen TV. Thursday night, the fun returns. Bingo is back at 7 p.m. Earn 200 points Wednesday and Thursday to grab your cards. Up to 3 per player with 8 games and a growing carryover bonus. It just keeps getting better. Fridays, we bring the heat with our Boardwalk Bonanza drawings from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Win $500 cash every hour. And don't forget, every Tuesday and Saturday, Caravel Club members get free slot play based on their card level. Fun, and cash. Only at Caravel Casino in downtown Christiansted.
Hey fellas, kings, VI men, yes you, I'm talking to you. Please put down the guns. We need you.
Grandson, I need you.
Babe, I need you.
Son, I need you.
Daddy, I need you.
Every time you kill a brother in this community, we all suffer. VI men, we need you. Walk away and live to see another day. This message has been brought to you by the St. Croix Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated and Crime Stoppers USVI, 1-800-222-TIPS.
From the VI Radio Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Rob Carolyn. Forecast-wise, Saharan dust works its way into the area. It's big cloud showing up on the satellite photos. It'll be pushing in today and hanging around through tomorrow, producing some very hazy, very hot conditions throughout the region. Temperatures today are going to be very warm, 90 to 95. Also looks like we're going to be quite breezy. Skies are clear to partly cloudy tonight. It's hazy and breezy, warm overnight. Lows will be around 80. Hazy sunshine in the forecast for tomorrow, breezy and hot. Highs will be 90 to 95. We start getting out of the Saharan dust tomorrow night. Then we're partly to mostly sunny Saturday with the chance of an isolated shower and a high of 85 to 90. Offshore, east winds at 10 to 20 knots. The wave heights running 3 to 6 feet today, less off the western side of the islands. Your chance of rain offshore today, less than 30%. From the VI Radio Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Rob Carolyn.
yes. Okay, Rudy. That's right, that's right. This is Lock and Load by Rudy Live. Talk to me, Rudy. Guys, you're tuning in to 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, Ambush Tina Mana with your hostess, Neeks. The one and only you already know. Guys, we're still in here with none other than Vaitima because yesterday we had a little shake up. Well, technically not us, but Venezuela definitely did, right? And it gave us a little bit of a scare, wouldn't you say? So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Vaitima is here to let us know what to expect and how to read into the different levels of advisory warnings to let us know, you know, do we panic? Do we not? Do we sit here and wait to get wet? Like, what is it? Because I could just imagine the things that go through people's minds, right? Our imaginations are sometimes the most dangerous places for us to dwell. So, that being said, I appreciate you guys coming in here and making sure to clear the air and set the record straight, right?
Yes. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So we just went over the different levels of advisory. Let us know what they are again. One time for the one time. It's a four colored stoplight.
Yes.
All right. Yes. So
easiest way for people to remember. Information statement is the
Yes.
green, which people have been getting all the time with all of the earthquakes that have been happening. That means no threat.
It's a low magnitude.
Yeah.
It's just
it's
letting
not
you know,
generating
we have
anything.
some activity.
Correct.
Right.
Then you go to a tsunami advisory, which is what happened last night.
Yes.
And the only that's when it goes to like amber, yellow, the stoplight.
Yeah.
And that's caution, I guess, in a regular
Cautious,
stoplight, to be cautious because you have to get out of the ocean. I think we're close to the shoreline or coast. Come in or go out if you're on the boat.
And that's where it requires action.
Correct.
Yeah.
But not to evacuate your home if you're above 82 feet above sea level or 2 miles inland, you're pretty much safe. You know, so stay where you're at and don't evacuate and come into the tsunami zone to evacuate to go up. Because some people make that mistake.
Oh.
Then you go to a tsunami watch. So it's kind of going from the yellow to maybe an orange.
Yeah.
You know, to then go, and that's when that tsunami could be imminent. You know, the waves are going to occur.
So what action
we're still
should we
watching.
take
Be on alert. Know
just,
where you
just
should
make
be
sure
going.
you're on alert. Of course, you guys still continue to stay away from the coastline, but make a plan.
Correct.
Okay.
And know where you're going to go quickly. If you need to go contact your family or whatever works best for you guys.
Go ahead, count.
Yes, a tsunami warning.
Right.
That means a wave is projected to hit the shore.
Is that a good time to pack a bag, though, just in case?
You should have a backpack from all now.
Oh, Lord.
An emergency backpack.
Not the spend a night bag.
No. sorry.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Yeah. And once you do that and you just pay attention, we'll get the message out for sure. And as the director mentioned, we will only trigger the sirens for a warning. It was not a warning last night. Because I know people had a lot of those questions and he mentioned the emergency
like, so what we supposed to do now? I saw that a few times. So what we supposed to do now?
Correct. And we just want them to learn and we'll do a better job in just educating them.
Yes.
Better because I know we're hurricane strong. So we just have to get everybody earthquake and tsunami strong because there are no noticed events.
Yes. And I think those actually, spike anxiety even more than with a hurricane because we have more experience with hurricanes, right? We know how bad it can get. We know what to expect. We know how to prepare. We know what the real threats are within the hurricane, but as well as everything before and after. But this is something that I don't think any of us have ever experienced. So it just comes with a certain level of, like, oh my gosh. Yeah. That anxiety is real. So, yeah, and I guess, it makes sense that the phone ain't going off at the lowest levels. And I say levels because there's more than one. One requires action, stay away from the coastline, but it doesn't necessarily mean to physically do anything. So, granted, your phone ain't going because there's no action required.
Correct.
So that makes a lot of sense. And thank you for clearing that up. I myself was like, okay, so when do we wait for the phone ain't gonna go out?
Yeah.
So
and the Martina Jalisa.
Right.
We'll definitely make sure we get everything out the right way. And we know what scared people is the whole My Radar came in because they have the same back end that the news has. So that's why they got it. So so we know that happened.
Yes.
We all have the apps too. We all see the news.
Yes.
But trust by Tima, we'll get the message out.
Okay.
And we'll just make sure they understand the alert levels. 'Cause I think once people understand that,
exactly,
there won't be as much panic or people being nervous, which is expected. They're human. So we, but we'll try to educate them a bit more.
Knowledge is everything. And I think you guys definitely do a good job of that because here you are fussing in the morning, making sure, hey, let's explain, So that gives a lot more comfort and confidence in the community when we know Vitima is working diligently to stay abreast of all that is happening as well as what can potentially happen and how to keep us prepared and on our toes. So thank you guys.
Our pleasure.
Always. Yeah. So anything else we should be aware of moving forward? Is there more activity taking place? These tectonic plates always rubbing together. Like, I don't know. Why the beef in on that? What's going on?
It always has a lot of earthquakes that actually happen, and for those people who want to watch, you could go to like Puerto Rico Seismic Network, which is a website like Red Seismica.
Yeah,
they have all the earthquakes there because they're the earthquake authority for us, for the BVI, us, and Puerto Rico. You can go to tsunami.gov, and that has information too. You can go to USGS, but not for Venezuela because that was international waters. But all the little earthquakes that you've been feeling around here. We have hundreds of earthquakes every day. You just don't feel them. So when you go on these websites, you're actually able to see oils at a 2.2 or 2.3. Yes. And that Venezuela might cause aftershocks, that we'll be seeing for a while. Because one that happened in St. Thomas years ago, it was still seeing aftershocks up to like a year after.
Wow.
So just know that it is happening.
Yes.
Was anything over a strong 6.8 or above could trigger a tsunami wave to arrive to the shore.
Right. So it was the right strength to cause anxieties and concern, but what was it? Was it not close enough?
Oh, after they got the readings from the DART
7.0
system, it just didn't show that the tides went up too much. That was a little delay in getting that, and the closest one was Curacao. So once the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center got that, that's when they realized, and it was canceled.
Okay. I'm here for it. All right. So, guys, there you have it. No, do not be dismayed. No panic, but I thank you guys because you guys got that message out in record time. It was like Venezuela announced it, and then it was like I saw it when it was at 3 minutes out when you guys made the post, and then you started seeing the post coming up from everybody. Is this real? So thank you guys so much. You're always working diligently in our community, and we thank you for keeping us informed.
Thank you. The community can let us know if they want community presentations. We're willing to come out. Call us. We'll come out and explain it in person.
I don't think y'all should wait for permission. I think I just need to just do it.
We will. We're going out. We're going out. But if businesses want us to come, call us and we'll come and do a whole presentation for the staff, summer camps, schools, churches.
What about neighborhoods, right? Because every neighborhood has different terrain all throughout the territory. So maybe different neighborhoods, just having like community advisories of what direction it should be heading in for your neighborhood, or where are the safe spots, places like even out to like we're talking about barren spots, Cyan Hill, that have the high elevation.
See, they're good there, so they can stay there.
That's good enough.
Yeah,
because
they can stay there.
It's one thing you can say, 82 feet above sea level. So what are some of the points on island that meet that, especially for St. Croix? Because St. Thomas, you could try a rock and find 82 feet above sea level. But in St. Croix, it's like, well, what meets that,
We did a tsunami walk that you guys came out to last year, November. If you're in Frederickstead, like Clado Marco is over 100 feet above sea level.
Okay.
Then the housing community right after the post office, right where the housing community's entrance is 82 feet above sea level. I walked the road with my staff. So I could tell you with my app. So it's not as far as you think. Like it's very close. And when we did that tsunami walk, all of us got up in less than 10 minutes from start to finish. And we had people of all age groups. Okay. And they weren't walking fast. Remember, everybody was just kind of walking to the music, going up there. If you're at the village, you try to go inland. Because remember, it takes a while for the village for you to go up. So try to get to the cemetery or a little behind, up that hill behind at St. Patrick's School or what's not. If you're in Christiansted Town, bypass is the quickest way for you to be, above sea level.
Yeah.
If you're in Sunny Isles, the water is projected to stop at the middle of the highway, projected based on data. But Sunny Isles goes to like via one communications building.
Right.
Or the hospital back there. So you have different places, and some schools are in the tsunami zone, some are not. So like Complex and Central High, they shelter in place. They're not in the zone.
Okay.
Lumoko, not in the zone. But they'll come out because if an earthquake happens. They have to come out because the structure might be seismically affected.
Yeah, and then Cyan Hill goes up higher than that. So, okay.
Pearl B evacuates to Rainbow Hill, the hill right next to it, just to be safer, with the kids because of the Remagalos Bay is not too far.
So I would have think it was the bypass.
No, they don't go to Rainbow Hill because they have to go so flat to go high, and the first wave could hit in less than 10 minutes.
Ooh.
So they try to go quick. We tell you to go
the
as quick as you
fastest
can.
route up.
Yeah.
Okay. And not through the bush, hopefully.
Hopefully not. Yeah, hopefully not. Yes.
You need a machete for that. Okay, all right. So that's fair enough. All right, so great. Thank you guys so much. Let the audience know who you are yet again, as well as how they can contact you with any questions, concerns, and what's the app that they need to download so that they can stay informed in real time.
No problem. Regina Brown, I'm the Deputy Director of Planning and Preparedness at Vitima. You can download Everbridge. That's the app that we usually send the messages out through. Or you can sign up for Alert VI, and there's a lot of resources out like Tsunami Gov, Red Seismica for Puerto Rico Seismic Network. I was going to say acronym, sorry, Puerto Rico Seismic Network, and Vitima's webpage and our social media. And we will make sure we get the message out, not only on social media, because not everybody's on social media. We know that.
Yes.
So trust everything will come out on different platforms.
To include the #1 radio station right now. Who it be, Regina? Who it be?
Roe FM. 101.3.
It is that. Regina says so is true, okay? Yes, thank you so much for coming in. And I gotta say, good morning, Miss Peterson. She says she's listening and she's sipping on her hot chocolate this morning because, you know, we don't discriminate against any breakfast beverages as long as we know that bush tea is king. Yes, so everybody's sipping on the coffee, sipping on the hot chocolate, sipping on, you know, you may have green tea, mint tea, whatever it is that you're drinking. As long as you're having something nice and hot in your cup and you pull it on up and joining me right here on 101.3 Roe FM. My heart goes out to you. I love you guys. All right. So, guys, we have yet another awesome interview taking place this morning. So don't go anywhere. Don't touch that dial. We will be right back in just a bit. Okay. So you still got time to hot your water, man. Go along. Go do that. We'll be right here in just a bit. It's 101.3 Roe FM. Your hostess with the Moses Neeks. Don't touch that dial.
Thank you.
Now play by the king of his all iron eyes serves in the ring, you know. Every time. Consistently. Every line. Yeah. Hey yo, me is a youth no in a hurry. No. Me love me chickpeas and me tofu curry. God bless me belly full and me never spend no money. 2 big pack chai when me get from me mommy. She live a St. Elizabeth, she said baby no worry. Them fresh vegetable Tony Rebel couldn't carry. The only thing she want is another big tune. So call Ricky Cho, papi put it on tube. Send it on a boom son, baby drop it on speaker. Wait junior bang junior gang with the feature. Mix and release, make we trample the bass. 21 guns salute, check a finger be squeeze. You will just love I and I breathe. And I still life over everything. 24 seasons, nothing don't change. Keep the things straight, so we never switch lanes. Positive vibes, yes, so we do it. Whatever we need, you put that with it. Gotta wipe out while man I make plans. So in all things, and we have to give thanks, and we have to give thanks. How we say life over everything. I say Lassie over every king. Love over money, money over gun. Give thanks a little over none. Long time we tell them make a muckle. But them a laugh and a chuckle and a buck shuffle. How we say blingin' but not overdone. See they know the cup a overrun. How we say love for all over some. How we say rise up rasta children and never run. And inspire one another to stand up and overcome and keep showing love forever, never done. You will just love I and I breathe. And I still life over everything. To the 4 seasons, nothing don't change. Keep the things straight, so we never switch lanes. Positive vibes, yes, so we did. Whatever we need, you put that with it. Gotta wipe out while man I make plans. So in all things, and we have to give thanks, and we have to give thanks. I do them so. They are this Ababa, pick up the stage show. Liquidity gray, Amara, Amoro. Jaja step forward, the devil keep low. When you're ready, let's go. Let Babylon in style. Mother and child, multiply bloodline. Everything in its time, manifest it and smile. No chronic, same life, fresh panic, exile. Times are a-changing, conflict as well. Tension arise, people under a spell. In a land full of hate, we show love to rebel. Love, 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 watch your world burn down.
Love, 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 love. Yes, that's At We Feet by Protege featuring Junior Gang Mali. You already know what time it is, guys. It's tea time. Yes, it's 101.3 Roe FM WEBI. I'm Bush Tina Manin. Y'all already know. Hope you put a little extra spoonful of sugar in there for me today, right? Yes, I need that whack with that. All right, so, but before we get started and we continue with the show for today, I have a little brief announcement I need to make, okay? At the new early Head Start, okay? IDs were found for, and if you know them, please call them, tap them on the shoulder, and let them know their IDs were found. Josiah A. Victor, okay? That's the one in Morning Star. So, Josiah A. Victor, your IDs were found at the new early Head Start. So, please go and retrieve them, okay? If you know them on social media, if you know him personally, please let him know. Again, his name is Josiah A. Victor. His IDs were found. Please go and retrieve them. All right? That being said, guys, we are back with yet another awesome rendition of Forward VI. We have 3 exceptional gentlemen from our community in here with us this morning. Make sure that they pulling it all together because, as you guys know, it is an election year, and we have a lot of work to do in our community. Not
Most
just,
definitely.
not just in government, but overall, mindset, education, and understanding, how our community operates. And these gentlemen have been dedicated some time here on the show with me to make sure that we can not only answer questions but bridge the gaps in terms of understanding what it is instead of what we think it is and what we feel like it is and what we want it to be, right? So I want to say good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Yes, we got Chris, we got Mojanaya. I got it. And none other than, listen, the energy man himself. Okay, I tell you, Mr. Carnival himself, Mr. Festival, Shamari Haynes. Okay,
Morning.
doing big things all over the place. Is that so? Always a pleasure to have you guys in here with me. And last week Thursday we were in here again, and we had a grand time. We might be having a thing right now, right?
We always ready.
Yes, I'm saying so. And also I want to promote, first and foremost, you guys are here on the station with your own rendition of a show, which is 340 Exchange.
Yes.
Every Tuesday, starting at 6 p.m. right here, and they're right here in the station with us, right? And you guys are in here with Summer Sibley Brown.
Of course.
So, guys, it's always a great conversation, and we want to make sure that we're inviting all panelists, candidates to come in, have the conversation, sit down. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy, Come
We
in.
welcome in. We nice.
Yes.
The conversation cool.
It is.
But informative.
Exactly. And this is also 101.3's way, our initiative of making sure that we do our part to keep the community informed and keep the conversations going, because a lot of people hesitate to even make a decision because they don't feel confident in making the decision with the information that they have. So we're putting out the information, we answering the questions, having the we're saying the weird things and having the hard conversations live and in person. So I appreciate you guys for not just doing that on Tuesdays but also jumping in here with me, and every so often we have the conversations as well.
Thank
The
you
phone
for
lines,
having us.
absolutely, always a pleasure. So the phone lines are open. 340-715-7948. That is the number to call. So you guys can jump in on the conversation with us as well. We had some great engagement last week Thursday also. So, let's jump right into it.
Talk to me.
I'm going to have you guys fully introduce yourselves, as well as the seats and positions, offices that you are running for, and your social media platforms where, especially for Forward VI, where people can support and reach out for more information.
Yes, I'll start us off. Good morning to the people of the Virgin Islands. My name is Mojanaya Mo Dennis, Democratic primary candidate for the Board of Education. I am number 1 on the ballot. On a day-to-day outside of running for the Board of Education, I work as a licensed engineer at the Virgin Islands Port Authority. Started off as a civil engineer in 2023 and recently got promoted to be an engineering project manager. I also am a co-founder and president of a nonprofit organization known as VITAL, which stands for Virgin Islands Territorial Advancement and Legacy, where our mission is to promote civic engagement, leadership, and collaboration within our community. I am also a entrepreneur currently working on a startup grocery delivery business known as Flow Delivery.
I saw that.
Yes. Appreciate that. So
I'm here
stay
for
tuned to that. Very excited about the launch and bringing convenience and greater access to goods within our community, especially for those who don't have transportation or who experience mobility issues like our elderly.
Yes.
And amongst many different things, just a devoted Virgin Islander, devoted young individual who is very passionate about advancing the Virgin Islands, and of course a part of the collective known as Forward VI with Shamari and Christopher. You can find us on Facebook at Forward VI, that's FWDVI, and we also have a website which is www.fwdvi.com. You can learn more about us, learn more about our platforms, and you also have the opportunity to engage with us there as well. So thank you for listening in and looking forward to the conversation.
Oh, yes.
Good morning, everyone. Christopher Jacobs Jr., candidate for Board of Education, number 3 on your ballot in the upcoming Democratic primary. Also serve as a Vice President and Vital student at the University of the Virgin Islands. What's our next? Work at the Virgin Islands Port Authority alongside Mo, Inspector Aid, managing different construction projects that we have in the aviation and the marine side. Also, the proudest title that I hold, the most dearest one to my heart, is I am a proud father of 3 beautiful children. So,
I still
just
can't get over that. I remember I was like, what? How?
Right, carrying a big responsibility.
Man.
So I have to be on my A game at all times, and I have 2 people next to me that I'm proud to call brothers that keep me on that A game, keep me making sure that I'm doing what I have to do, not only election-wise, but my personal life, to ensure that I'm creating a safe space for my children. So I thank them, and they're also godfathers for the twins. So there's that too. So just thank you guys for listening. Tuning in with us also, Nika. Thank you. Thank Halima, the 101.3 family, for giving us this platform, because there's not many avenues for young people to be in a space, and especially coming up and want to express themselves, express their platforms, express their needs to better home. So thank you guys, and we are always looking forward to the conversation. What you say? It all time to pass when you're having fun, right?
Hey, dang.
Good morning, everyone. Shamari Haynes, Deputy Commissioner with the U.S. VI Department of Tourism, owner, founder, and designer of the Simply Sophisticated Fun Troupe, former Vice President, currently the President of the Governor's Millennial Council, Public Relations Officer for Vital, alongside Vice President Chris Jacobs and President Mojanaya Dennis. And I'll leave it there. A number of different things, but just ultimately is always community first for me. Any opportunity for me to engage, may it be through politics, the work that I do with the government, culture, community. I'm all there. I think Shamari Haynes, the name Shamari Haynes is synonymous with all things festival, all things culture, all things Virgin Islands, all things St. Croix. So
that's right.
I in it. I've been in this space for a long time. Just from the professional side, I have 19 years of experience within the hospitality industry at the Department of Tourism. So I'm all in. All things local, all things home. So. But I just like to show up in this space just as Shamari. I always tell people that that's my favorite version of myself. It's the most authentic, and I'm able to say the things that I truly feel without always having to be politically correct.
Hey, because it's everything Virgin Islands, baby. Yes, man, I like to give me a reason to ring this bell. Oh, man, and I'm loving the work all 3 of you are doing. The more familiar I become, I mean, Shamari, I'm more than familiar with all the work that you do. But, more familiar I become with all of you as a collective and Forward VI, the more I hear like, yes, finally, it's about time we're doing something about the things that we want to see change in, okay? And you guys come very versed.
I just feel realized I also didn't mention that I'm a candidate for the board of elections.
You know, hello. The elephant in the room.
Well, that work is so very important to me. You know, I always struggle when it comes to just mentioning all the things that I do. My friends tell me that I'm too modest. And I walk in a humble space.
Correct.
But, you know, it's never about me. I never think that I'm the program. I'm always focused on what the actual program is.
Yeah.
But that's also important for me to mention. I am the only Democratic candidate running for the board of elections. So my name won't appear on the ballot for the August 1st primary. However, I'll be on the ballot for the November 3rd general election. And once we cast lots on August 25th, then I'll be in a much better position to share what my actual number is.
Yes.
So in the meantime, support the movement, support the brothers.
In the meantime, between time,
it's been such a humbling experience. So I've been in the political space for a while, but this journey is a bit different for all three of us because we're able to connect with individuals, have real serious conversations, and people are able to see that there's more to us than what we do. Specifically to me, people think that I just attack costume and I just attack parade, but people are actually able to see that there's just so much more to me outside.
There are layers.
Layers,
baby.
So engaging in those conversations has just been so enlightening, and just being able to have the conversation with a number of folks across the community from different generations, just different walks of life have just been such a humbling experience.
Yes. And as humble as you like to keep it, that always make sure you know the greatness that you are.
I wish I appreciate that. I wish people, people look from the outside in, right?
Right.
And, they have no idea. Sometimes I struggle to one of the biggest challenges is I struggle to talk about myself. I struggle to talk about the things that I do, but I am very much committed to the Virgin Islands, very much committed to home, and very much committed to being a part of the process to continue the great work that's being done in the territory.
Always. That being said, guys, we're going to cut to a brief commercial break. We're going to pay these bills, keep the lights on and the mics on. One time for the one time. Don't go nowhere, though, because we're going to be right back in just a jiffy. It's 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, and Bush T in the morning. These three gentlemen are definitely going to share some awesome information with you, as well as how you can support and why we need to have these kinds of collectives right here in our territory, and not just during election time either. So keep it locked. Don't go anywhere. It's just getting started. Make sure you stir all that sweetness on the bottom of your cup, and we'll be right back. It's 101.3, baby. Keep it locked.
I know, you know, we all know. WAPA, healthcare, education, and infrastructure are problems facing all of we in this territory. But I know Kurt VLA will ask the tough questions, will demand answers, and offer solutions to resolving the issues. Why do you think he gave government employees raises from $27,000 to $35,000? Why do you think he reformed the Education Initiative Fund to strengthen oversight and improve flexibility in educational funding, as well as appropriated funds for special education evaluations? Why do you think he mandated electronic payment systems for the Virgin Islands Taxicab Commission? Why do you think he supported appropriations for WAPA street lighting improvements across the Virgin Islands? Why do you think he expanded the Hotel Development Program incentives to support hotel expansion and economic growth on St. Croix? And why do you think he petitioned Congress to include the Virgin Islands as full participants in the Affordable Care Act? Come on, man. Responsibility goes a long way in managing the future of these islands. He will continue to do that. Effective governance takes integrity, experience, and accountability. Give your vote, man. On election day, vote Kurt VLA, number 5 on the ballot.
Paid for by friends of Kurt VLA to the Senate.
Majestic Entertainment presents Vogue LaCroix, the sweetest day parties of the summer. 1 ticket, 2 luxury day party experiences. Saturday, July 11th from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Choose your vibe. Join us for Peaches and Cream at Eliana B Artistry Studio, featuring the best in Afrobeats, R&B, soca, and brunch vibes, powered by DJ Chubby and DJ Shay. Or experience Berry Lux at Rehab Sports Bar and Lounge with the hottest rap, dancehall,
and reggae. Sounds from Kemodan and Party Jesus. 2 venues, 1 epic experience. Enjoy VIP perks, including reserved parking, delicious hors d'oeuvres, personal VIP attendance service, hookah, and express VIP entry. Dress to impress, good vibes, great people, unforgettable memories. Get your tickets today at VogueLaCroix.com. That's Vogue LaCroix, the sweetest day parties of the summer.
Tomorrow, you'll want to remember the music, the laughter, the celebration. Not a crash, not a DUI, not a trip to the hospital. Before you leave the celebration, ask yourself, have I been drinking? Am I distracted? Am I too tired to drive? If the answer is yes, choose a safer way home. Your future self will thank you. St. John's celebration. Enjoy the night. Arrive home safe. This message is brought to you by the Virgin Islands Police Department Office of Highway Safety Impaired Driving Program.
You see a new driveway they poured down the road? Smooth like glass.
That's Shotoli Services, locally owned, locally trusted. They handle everything from concrete and concrete pump services to heavy equipment rentals and demolition.
And best believe they've got the best prices in town. That's right. Whether you're starting a new project or clearing the way for one, call the experts built on strength, driven by service. Shotoli Services, LLC.
Give them a call today at 340-332-9872 or 340-772-7000.
That's Shotoli Services, LLC. Strong, reliable, and ready to get the job done right. Why pay more? Get the lowest prices and top quality service you can count on every time.
Shotoli Services, built on strength and driven by service.
Don't stop.
I love it. I love it.
Roe FM.
Son nominated for a Grammy like you've been saying, daddy. The guy get a huge man in the mic, tell him stop playing, daddy. Mommy cool, she just missed you bad. Wish you were here and it just ain't fair. But we still killing it, we going clear. Yeah, daddy. I got new baby like crazy. Wish you could meet a head or call a punch. No, I get 60 like a Brady bunch. Yeah, daddy. Just want you to know that you really miss. Oh, you know we going be this big. From time we were too equipped. Hey, daddy.
Hey, daddy.
Remember they call you crazy? Yeah, daddy.
We just had Father's Day. Hey.
Yeah, daddy.
And we got some daddies in here too, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, daddy.
Me know about some.
We got daddies and god daddies.
Some mean multiple. Oh, okay.
You wanted to make sure that's clear.
Oh, man. How are you doing? Again, guys, we're on 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI on Bush. See in the morning. Stir that cup and pull on up. Yes, I already know we're here with Forward VI. So let's get right into the nitty gritty of it, right? We got a little time before we got cut to another commercial break. So, all right. And as the campaign season goes along, it's only going to get thicker with these commercials, you know. But guys, don't run, don't go nowhere. It's good information regardless, right? So I want to address something that I know others are asking the same of, right? So I'm going to address this to you two directly because you're both running for the same position in office, right? Both are running for the Board of Education. So most people don't see collaborations, especially with individuals that are running for the same seat, especially in the same district of the territory, right? So I know others might be wondering, how does that work? You guys are both a part of Forward VI, right? And how does that work in terms of Forward VI supporting which candidate? And how does it work when a decision is made in terms of who gets the seat, whether it's either one of you or someone else? Like, what does that support actually look like? And, clarify that a little bit for us.
So many times we see the first and foremost, the collective. It's a brotherhood. We have these conversations outside of our circles.
Right.
When it's three of us alone, we have these conversations so we understand how each other works together. The reason why you don't see collectives is many people have egos. We don't have egos. We men well together. Myself and Mo, we're like yin and yang. We're like night and day. And Shamari, he's there.
Moon?
He's the moon that gonna make sure that
He's a razzle-dazzle.
Yeah, he's the razzle-dazzle that'll keep us in check. So even though if one of us gets in or both of us gets in or we're not successful, the work isn't going to stop there.
Okay.
We're going to still advocate. We're going to still bring light to the issues. We're still going to keep people engaged.
Right.
So this is the reason for this collective, and we see it going a long way. This is just a foundation to something greater.
Right.
We ain't gonna let the people know what's the greater, but this is just the foundation. So yeah, and to answer your question, Nika, and to answer the people of the Virgin Islands and the wondering, this is why the collective. We have different goals, but we come together so well that we feel it will work best for the people of the territory.
Right. So it's not necessarily a conflict of interest, you would say, because if you guys actually sharing, you know, and you're both young individuals. I don't know if y'all are millennials or Gen Z. I can't tell, but somewhere in the soup, right? So, and that being said, you share the same supporters as well in the same communities, right? You grew up with the same people. So when you see, okay, if you see somebody supporting Mo instead of supporting you, or Mo, you see somebody supporting Chris instead of supporting you, how does that work and how does that make you feel? Is it not a conflict of interest?
Not to me, because whenever we're out and we're engaging with people, engaging with individuals, it's always from a collective standpoint. So I introduce myself as Mojanaya, but then I always bring in the collective and inform them that, hey, I'm also running with Christopher Jacobs Jr., who's running for the Board of Education as well. I'm also running in a collective with Shamari Haynes, who's running for the Board of Elections. So although we may show up individually on one-on-one conversations with people as ourselves, we're always reinforcing the collective and emphasizing who is a part of the collective. And for the Board of Education specifically, there's actually 2 seats that's available in this upcoming election. So when we understand that there's concerns about competition or a bit of rivalry or conflict of interest between me and Christopher, but being that there's 2 seats, it actually makes sense that the both of us going together to try and get into those 2 seats.
I love that. Okay. So I love that you guys always emphasize the collective, and regardless of who you're in front of, you're supporting each other. I think the big takeaway for that from me is, you know how we don't compete St. Thomas, St. John, St. Croix against each other?
There's a shared goal that we're working towards, and we keep that at the forefront.
Right. And it really shows that, you know, we can get a lot more accomplished together versus, you know, this overall competition thing and who get the best Johnny cake, because, you know, we ain't gonna go there, but you know.
We could go there a little bit.
No, I'm not going there. My job is to promote the territory.
I could walk.
You want to smoke?
A little competition never hurt nobody. But hey, one VI.
Right. And you see, Tanisha Doward, she says, and she's on the chat, and she says, teamwork makes the dream work. At the end of the day, we need the work to be done. And when the focus is on the work and not on self, as you said, you remove egos, you know, you get so much closer to the goal that much faster, because, you know, I could go fast with 2 legs, but we could go even faster with 4. And then when I get tired, you could still keep up the pace. And we don't understand that there's so many different angles to collaborative efforts than really just going out there and being me, look what I can do, you know? And I think when we start to remove ourselves from the overall mission and understand that the work needs to be done as well, that really encourages others to step up and be a part of the work being done, versus worrying about who you fought, where you're from, and what's your favorite Johnny cake. So, you know, I'm here for it. I'm not done knowing I got ring this color. Yes.
We have to remember that we're a small community, right? Like, we're not far removed from each other. Like, it's really like maybe 2 degrees of separation between who you know and who someone else knows. So
even that much, my son. Jeez.
We seen each other all the time. So it really does not make sense to not work together.
I mean, and I gonna shout out BZB because he got his song "Walk Together," right? But the other day we were having a conversation. He said, "Niggas, I gonna tell you the straight up truth. You know, all of we don't shop at the same plaza. All of we don't pay the same waffle bill. All of we," and I was like, "Boy, you ain't even saying nothing but a word for real. Like, it's so true." But we still try to create tiers and classes within our small little knit community, you know, and it really don't make a whole lot of sense. So I love that you guys are collaborating and encouraging others to do the same. same, because the work is what's important, you know?
Most definitely.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially right now.
Correct.
Like, and there's so much that needs to be done. Yeah, we can't put it on any one person's shoulders to make sure that it's done. So regardless of who gets into office, you guys continue to support each other, right? And if you are working together towards the same goal, regardless of who gets in, that will be accomplished, you know. So
100%.
that gives that's a certain comfort I have never felt before. Okay, I love that. So yes, and it's definitely the true stout. Shout out 1010 and everybody that's on the Facebook Live as well too for always supporting. So Shamari, tell me, what made you feel confident to really step up and be, because you are definitely like godfather in this whole situation. You overlooking everything. You have most of the experience in all of the different arenas, you know, not just politics, but in serving in the government, period. So you can guide them, the ethics, you know. A lot of people don't understand what's the word? I guess political ethics, right? There's certain things that you do and don't do, certain ways to respond to certain things, and that does not come with anything other than experience.
Right.
So you being in this dynamic, you know, is really like the point of the triangle that allows them to have that support and not necessarily have to learn everything the hard way.
Right.
You're taking away like a few years of them having to stumble, you know.
We just stress you out a little bit, but it's okay. He can handle it.
As you will,
He can handle it.
That, you know, that comes with the territory, because I sure Shamari was stressing somebody else out when he was learning.
I'm still stressing people out.
Cowbell time, right?
You know,
oh man,
I've always been in a space where I've always had to lead.
Yes.
Right? And I always feel this great sense of responsibility to lead. In conversations about politics and just governance and things that's happening around the community, I've always been encouraged to run for Senate. I don't have any intention to run for Senate. It's currently not, you know, on my my vision board. But I've always had an interest in understanding how the machine works. And I think, you know, in doing my research and reading the room, to say the least, I figured it is time that I step up to the plate. And I figured that, you know, there is an opportunity for me to be that youth representative, that younger generation, as it relates to the board of elections.
Yes.
I think that the Board of Elections is doing exceptional work, but I think you know, as we begin to have the conversations about, you know, continuity and moving politics forward and making sure that the right people are in the room, I figured that this allows me the opportunity to step up to the plate. If that will eventually lead to a seat in the legislature, I don't know. Like I said, that isn't my current goal. I think that I am able to get a lot more work done, you know, just from the outside of the institution. I don't think that people realize that when you run for Senate, your hands are tied. Your hands eventually get tied.
Absolutely.
And a lot of the work that I do, I am very much hands-on, and I like to be in the trenches.
And
me and a suit and tie guy, you know, I wear suit and ties all the time, but it's not necessarily something I like to do. I want to put on a rash guard and some dirty sneakers, and I want to do the work. Because I don't mind doing the work. And I think that's where I get obtain a greater sense of satisfaction, you know, because I feel like when you work alongside the people that are doing the work every day, you just have a better perspective of how things are done. So
and where the problems actually
are. Correct.
Right.
So, you know, my run for the Board of Elections has been an interesting one so far. There is the legalities on one side and the conversations that's happening behind closed doors. But I accept the challenge, and I'm ready to step up to the plate.
Oh man, guys, I love it. And you're definitely doing a great job of doing exactly that. When we come back from this next break, I want to ask you, you know, what is it that you would like to see change as well, where it pertains to the Board of Elections? We've done a great job of drilling these two young men, especially with the last two shows that we did. So, Shamari, I really do want to hear a little bit more from you in terms of what your goals are, your plan of action. And, you know, like I gotta say to a lot of these candidates that come in on 101.3 and they sit and have these conversations with us, as well as, you know, I do a great job of rambling on about it, whether it's to get people to register to vote or to think about, you know, the processes in which that we're navigating our future, you know, not just the what but the how do we intend, you know. And I know you're a man of action, and you definitely always come with a plan. So after this break, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hear more from Shamari Haynes, as well as what he intends to do with our Board of Elections. So keep it locked. Don't go anywhere. We're going to pay these bills really, really quick, and we're going to be right back. It's 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, and Bush T in the morning with your girl, Neeks. Oh, yes. Keep it locked. And to all my hot chocolate drinkers and my coffee drinkers, we still here with you, too, okay? Keep it locked. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Claire Roca, and I'm from St. Croix, Fredericksburg. Lieutenant Governor Tregenza Rhodes is a lawyer. Senator Nova Francis Jr. was a police commissioner, and both had served as senators, holding government accountable even when it was politically unpopular. They know how to ask tough questions. They know how to demand results, and they know how to stand up for the people. No applause or social media attention needed. That kind of experience matters when it comes to lead. They serve you, not the few. On August 1st, primary day, vote for the Roach Francis team. Let's put serving with purpose back in government.
Paid for by Roach Francis for Governor and Lieutenant Governor.
If your teen is struggling with stress, anxiety, or depression, there's no shame in that. None at all. Mental health is health. And just like you take them to the doctor for a sprained ankle, their emotional well-being matters just as much. Let them know that it's okay not to be okay, and that getting help is a sign of strength. Have you checked in with your teen today? A few minutes of your time each day can make all the difference. Find resources and start the conversation at doh.vi.gov/Gen Z.
This Father's Day, give Dad more than a gift. Give him something he'll remember from the Home Depot. Choose from grills for any style of cooking and grill accessories that will get him fired up and ready to sear. Because nothing says Father's Day like a brand new grill and hanging out outdoors with the grill master himself. Or build something together with savings on top brand power tools, perfect for tackling projects and making memories side by side. Find the perfect gift for Dad this Father's Day at the Home Depot.
The best gifts, the ones they use every single day. This year, go with something that truly delivers. At T-Mobile, you'll find it all in one place, like a Samsung Galaxy Watch 8 or the Galaxy Tab A11 Plus on us. And if you really want to step it up, get the Samsung Galaxy S26 with up to $800 off. And the best part, you can do it all without leaving your house. Just visit T-Mobile.com or call 1-800-T-Mobile to have it delivered straight to your door. This year, give a gift that truly delivers. All powered by our 5G network. Only with T-Mobile.
The USVI has 3 reasons to fet, and Native Sun Ferry is eliminating your best excuse to miss Love City's parade in all its glamour and glitz with a special trip. July 4th, Native Sun Ferry is taking a boatload of cruisers from Gallows Bay, at 8 a.m. and leaving St. John at 5. Round trip is $150 for adults, $120 for children. So whether you want to participate or view, you in a costume or a political t-shirt troupe, you know what to do. Go to www.nativesunferry.co. That's C-O. If you want to go to feel the love of the St. John celebration. Or call 774-8685.
Welcome to the newly renovated Vegetarian Creation Restaurant. They're located in the courtyard at the Barron Spot Village Mall in St. Croix. Go and check out their spread of tasty, mouth-watering vegan dishes like red beans and coconut rice, vegetable stir-fried quinoa with mushroom, collard greens and asparagus, vegan protein, tofu, bean meat, just to name a few. They have lasagna and kalaloo too. Veggie burgers, Rasta chicken sandwiches made on our in-house bun, pastries, cake, cookies, and more. Snack on our seasoned and spicy popcorn. Vegetarian Creation have local drinks, passion fruit, cruise punch, golden apple, and more. Ask about their special power drinks. Let Veggie Creation tantalize your taste buds with smoothies from our liquid lab juice bar, all infused with our special ingredients. Love, They are the original home of the famous fried cauliflower Rasta chicken. Vegetarian creation cater for your special needs. Come, let us tantalize your taste buds. Open Monday to Saturdays from 11:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Give them a call today and make your order. 340-773-4772.
Hey, hon, have you checked out Precision Auto Parts? They have everything you need for your car.
Is that the new auto parts store where CarZone used to be by Five Corners?
Yes, they offer the widest variety of domestic and foreign parts. From oil to batteries, filters to lawnmowers and trimmer accessories, they have it all.
Wow, that's amazing. I heard they had the lowest prices in town too.
Absolutely. Plus, their customer service is top notch. They really know their stuff.
For all your automobile accessory needs, visit Precision Auto Parts. Don't settle for anything less than the best. Call them today at 340-773-7276.
Precision Auto Parts, your one-stop shop for quality auto parts at unbeatable prices. Precision Auto Parts, for a smoother ride.
There's a rhythm out west. Tours during the day. Food on the farm when people gather. Nights that slow down. Farm stays that feel quiet in the right way. And field days, space for community, movement, and fresh air. Prosperity Farm Distillery isn't a single moment. It's a cycle. One that keeps the land working and people connected. That's the experience.
This is Donna Fred Gregory, your Democratic candidate for governor. In 2021, I successfully sponsored legislation to enact the Territorial Agriculture Plan with 8 mandates to boost local farming and strengthen our food security. This plan has not been fully implemented. It's time to get serious about building real agriculture business models, sustainable farming, and strong fisheries to produce our own food right here at home. Enough is enough. Time for results. On August 1st, vote Donna Fred Gregory for governor and Rodney Moorhead for lieutenant governor.
Paid for by VI Now for DFG.
What is contrast therapy exactly? It's an ancient practice with a simple idea. Alternate between hot and cold. The heat opens you up, relaxes muscles, gets blood moving, sweats out the stuff you don't need. Then the cold flips the switch, wakes up your nervous system, knocks down inflammation, and leaves you feeling sharp and alive. You cycle between the two. Heat, cold, rest. Heat, cold, rest. Most people walk out lighter than they walked in. That's what we do at Elements on St. Croix. 2 saunas, traditional and infrared, 3 cold plunges, ranging from a friendly 58 degrees down to a serious 38. An open-air courtyard to rest between rounds. New to it? Come take a tour or grab our intro offer if you're a local. Visit our website at elementsstx.com, where the Virgin Islands comes to recover.
Oh, are you kidding me? The water's almost gone again. I am covered in soap. I was just about to rinse off.
No way. How did the water run out already?
Yeah, it's like the water's evaporating faster than we can shower. Please call Julian's Trucking. They can have water delivered fast and in a hurry.
Yes, Julian's provides reliable water service right to our homes. Fresh, clean water whenever you need it.
Exactly. No more running out mid-shower.
Folks, don't let water shortages ruin your day. Call Julian's Trucking at 340-277-8510 or 340-277-9093. Reliable water anytime you need it.
Julian's Trucking. Trust us to keep your taps flowing. Call Julian's today.
From the VI Radio Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Rob Carolyn. Forecast-wise, Saharan dust works its way into the area. Big cloud showing up on the satellite photos. It'll be pushing in today and hanging around through tomorrow, producing some very hazy, very hot conditions throughout the region. Temperatures today are going to be very warm, 90 to 95. Also looks like we're going to be quite breezy. Skies are clear to partly cloudy tonight. It's hazy and breezy, warm overnight. Lows will be around 80. Hazy sunshine in the forecast for tomorrow, breezy and hot. Highs will be 90 to 95. We start getting out of the Saharan dust tomorrow night. Then we're partly to mostly sunny Saturday with the chance of an isolated shower and a high of 85 to 90. Offshore, east winds at 10 to 20 knots. The wave height's running 3 to 6 feet today, less off the western side of the islands. Your chance of rain offshore today, less than 30%. From the VI Radio Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Rob Carolyn.
We said.
Man jamming money cool. What? Man jamming a good tea. You know this year ain't nothing that I only jamming. Cat. Any cat time it on the road I jamming that. Any cat time it on the road I jamming that. Any cat time it on the road I jamming that. I hitting that. Then I hitting that. Only better tidy. Cat. Holy cat. It is on the road. We going to jam the cat.
Oi, oi, oi. What is that? What is that?
Some people passing on the road.
Meow.
Action.
It is that. They say road killing or not. They say the song name Road Kill. I kid you not. What? Any cat time it on the road, I kill it that.
Yeah.
Road march. Oh man, it's that, guys. We are back. It's 101.3 Roe FM WEVI. Ario, hide your cat.
Because he killing that.
Killing that. Watch it, Mr. Lord. The island's hottest. You know, we always got the hottest at entertainment, news, music, and media, so much more. And the hottest candidates as well. So we had the hottest conversations, hottest interviews, hottest all of that. That's why I tell her, you know, you got to blow and sip slow. Because that tea always going to be hype. Clock it. Yes, guys, we are back. All right, so before the break, we were talking here with these lovely gentlemen from Forward VI, representing heavy, you know, all things Virgin Islands, okay? So, Shamari, I was talking to you and I was saying, you know, want to know from you more or less what are your plans for our Board of Elections, which is the office you're running for. You know, I know you're a man of forward movement and you always have a plan in place, so you care sharing any of that with our listeners this morning?
Of course. So my good morning everyone, again, Shamari Haynes, candidate for the Board of Elections in the general election. So my campaign is built off of three pillars: integrity, fairness, and public trust, representation and generational inclusion, as well as civic engagement and voter education. All three are near and dear to me. On integrity, fairness, and public trust, you know, it is my belief that elections should be administered fairly, impartially, and professionally, right? That conversation and communication to the general public and the electorate is quite important when it comes to ensuring that the public has trust in the process, right? Public trust is the foundation of the democracy, and my commitment is to ensure that every voter has confidence in the integrity and the fairness of our elections. The second platform point, representation and generational inclusion. And you know what's funny? I had to use the word generational all the time, and then when it's time for me to talk about it in my platform, I just stumble across it like it's a new word. Funny. But, you know, it's important for us, or for me and other candidates who's vying for other boards, to bring a younger perspective while respecting the experience of those who currently and previously served on the board.
I love that you said that.
Right. Representation matters in everything, right? And every generation deserves a voice at the table, and I want to help bridge experience with fresh ideas and perspective.
Yes.
Something that I talk about all the time. And then lastly, civic engagement and voter education. We need to expand voter education beyond election day. We need to get the election system back in the schools and back out in the community, right? I know that was a usual practice. The election system of the Virgin Islands, I know, have a voter registration drive that's happening at Casculus, but we need to see more of that ahead of the election. If we're talking about increasing the voter population,
participation,
correct. We need to ensure that we actively do this outside of election years.
Yes.
It is my belief that an informed voter is a empowered voter.
Yeah.
So education should not begin, weeks before any primary or general election. So I stand on that business. I mean, ultimately, I'm running because I believe that public trust in our democratic process must be protected, strengthened, and prepared for the future. And I'm committed to that.
I love that. So it's almost like while you are, mentoring young candidates in terms of their positions and what they can do to create change, you are now looking at the system itself and seeing what can be bettered here so that while they're making the change, the voters can stay informed and the community can stay engaged. And that is so important because it's like y'all have every angle of this triangle for real. I'm here for it. So
and it's very intentional.
Big.
Like it's not, a lot of times people step up to the plate because they sound good. Many people want photo opportunities. They want to be in headlines. But this is intentional. This is us. Again, Mo said it, Chris said it, I've said it numerous times. We have these conversations all the time. All the time. Sometimes on a Saturday morning, I lay along on my bed on FaceTime and we talking about this stuff. Like just randomly. And this is before us decided that we even wanted to run for boards, right? So, I mean, we just decided that this is what we're going to do. We charge each other with the responsibility of being a part of the process and stepping up to the plate, right? And we in it, we're doing it. And this is something that we're going to continue to do even outside of the 2026 election. They mentioned Vital. Vital is also so Vital is made up of other millennials as well as Gen Z individuals, and we talk about civic engagement as well through the work that we're doing with Vital. We do community cleanups. We have done give backs to schools. So I mean, we're doing the work outside of the media and outside of all of the highlights. We're doing the work. We hosted a VI history program back in March, and that was well attended, and the feedback has been exceptional. Now the thought process was for us to do something for Father's Day, right? But in light of our individual campaigns as well as Forward VI movement, that kind of took the back burner. But then we also still turned around through Vital and supported the Brotherhood Collective that took place at the DC Canigata Ballpark last week. So although we were unable to host our own event, we supported our next one. So we're doing the work. And I don't think that I don't think that
on the ground.
Yeah, and I don't think that we need to prove that. I think that people have been seeing it, and in our engagement with the community, people are able to put faces to the work that's being done, and people have a greater understanding of why we're so passionate about what we're doing.
Correct. And I love that because it's important to see, the boots on the ground, the work, I always say, much like yourself, I personally am not a fan of running for any particular office ever. Not because I don't feel like I wouldn't do a great job. I feel like there's so much work that needs to be done on the ground so that the work that's being done in these offices and in these positions can be effective. Right? True. Because we have to give them something to govern at the end of the day, right?
I sent my mom a message when I picked up the nomination papers, and I was like, well, I put my name on the ballot for public office, and she was like, what? And I was like, that's the same exact expression I had.
Right.
But she also wasn't shocked. Like I said, I've just always been in a space to lead. It's just, I always felt like, it's my responsibility. I'm the first of 3 kids on my mom's side and the first of 5 kids on my dad's side, and I've always had to lead. And I've always been in spaces where I've been forced to teach also. So in this particular space, I'm teaching, and these guys, Chris and Mojanai, are also very sharp too, right? Sometimes I have to wrangle Chris, and sometimes I have to force. Mo sometimes to stop me. You're too prepared. You can't pivot, right? but we share the same vision as a collective, and it's really and truly, you hear the saying before, iron the sharpen iron. Iron really the sharpen iron.
Really
And
does.
in this case, we're sharpening each other, but we also realize where we have the weaknesses as individuals, and we're asking each other to, like, hey, pull me up. You know, I told more recently, like, hey, I need to start my mornings all. Yes, I'm a lot more productive, right? And you know, I've been asking him, if you see me slip up, hey, let me know. More have a tendency, or sometimes he take on too much, and I was like, you don't have to fight the war by yourself.
Oh, man.
Delegate, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, we've really been bouncing a lot of ideas off of each other. We're hopeful that outside of the 2026 election, we're hopeful that other people, other candidates step up to the plate to join the movement as well, because this isn't the end and will not be the end of Forward VI.
Correct.
We're taking this to the next level.
I love that.
Despite whatever happens in this election,
Yes.
we're taking it to the next level, and we're going to invite other people to join the ride with us, because, you know, we
That
got
was my next
car,
question.
we might get a mechanic, we might get somebody to do the upholstery, somebody gonna point the set, but if I want rims, I need somebody to add them and put them on, right? So, you know, we just want to make sure that everybody's a part of the process, because it's really and truly not about just us, but about just moving the territory forward to make sure that everybody is represented in the space.
So is this something that is encompassing of not just St. Croix, but St. Thomas, St. John candidates as well, too?
We'll get her as well. I mean, so Devante Xavier is running for the Board of Education in the St. Thomas, St. John district. He isn't officially a part of the Forward VI movement, but every opportunity that I get to mention his name, I do, because in all reality, Devante, Mojanaya, Chris, myself, Rudy Hodge, and I think Imani Daniel. I want to believe that we may be the youngest people on the ballot territorially, and hopefully I'm not. And Heidi Asur, right? She's running for delegate to Congress. I'm sorry, senator at large, right? So hopefully I'm not missing anyone, right? But it's also very telling to the movement that's happening, right? And I don't recall in my lifetime seeing so many young people put a name on the ballot territorially. So,
let's ever.
Correct. So we're I don't really want to use we're sick and tired of being sick and tired, because I don't necessarily think that that's fully the case. I think that we're tired of having the conversations, and I think that we want to do something about it. So, you know, a few months ago I posted on Facebook that there's a movement happening, and someone commented, and someone was like, oh, well, this will happen every election. But I don't think that the person had realized. No. And this is before.
And the numbers speak for themselves. You know, people can say what they want.
Correct.
The numbers speak for themselves, because last election they say what a total out of everybody that voted, all the numbers 22 millennials and young people is what voted between the ages of 18 35.
Correct.
Are you kidding me?
But now in this case, not only are millennials stepping up to the plate to vote, but we're also running for office, for public office.
Okay. And we're engaged in these conversations.
Correct.
Like a majority of what you're seeing and scrolling on the algorithm. Granted, being on the algorithm does not mean you are registered to vote or you are going to actually take action. I want to put it out there, right?
Right. You should.
But if you want to be in the big people conversation, you need to pull up your big people pants on the way and really actually take the action and make sure that you can be a part of it. Now, I know one of the things that deter people from voting, and we're going to address it, right, is the long lines. And one thing you mentioned earlier, Shamari, is, you know, we used to have the election systems engaged in the schools, not just educationally, but also, you know, that's where everybody used to go to vote and do all of that stuff. So what is it now?
So you get to early vote. The extension, there was an extension for the early voting process or period that was just passed, right? So in this specific election, and it's very important for folks to note that July 2nd is the last day to register as a Democrat to vote in a Democratic primary election that's happening on August 1st. But in the same, if you are a non-Democrat and you want to vote in a primary election, you could actually go to the elections office, change your status, vote in a primary, and then after the primary, when they
change it back.
The period open, you could change it back, right? So you have to vote. You have to get registered to vote by July 2nd. But then the early voting process is from July 20th through July 29th. In past elections, I've early voted. And that's because, you know, I'm usually election day working with somebody campaign, and I'm running around to the different polling stations, right?
And encouraging others to vote as well, too.
Right. Yes. So I early vote. In this particular election, I don't think I'm going to early vote. I think I'm going to vote election day, because I want to indulge in experience with Chris and Mo, right? So I think I'm going to vote election day. But there is absolutely no reason and no excuse for why folks can't vote. the early voting period between the 20th and the 29th also includes a Saturday and a Sunday.
Yeah.
So you can vote over the weekend. Whether you decide that you're going to just run up the road to God Plaza to buy something,
good too,
or if you're going to vote after church, you have the opportunity to vote. And we're asking people to step up to the plate and vote. Personally, I'm asking people to do your research on candidates, ask the tough questions, engage in the necessary conversations, because all of it is important. And you don't have to go and use your 7 votes for if you, for example, for the Senate race, you don't have to use all.
If you want to vote for one, you vote for one.
Right. So I've gone in there and vote for 3, and you know, I don't waste votes, right? But
that's that way you feel that accountability as well too, because who wants to vote for somebody you're not 1,000% sure of?
Correct.
And then by the end of the term, you're like, you
Correct.
see,
Correct.
you know, and you feel like you're a part of why that individual got that seat, but. Yeah, and it's being accountable for self. I love that you mentioned that as well too. People don't feel like you got bubbling all of it. No, this is not the SATs.
Correct. I'm very intentional with how I vote.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm very intentional with who I vote for, because I want to make sure that if for whatever reason you drop the ball, I want to be able to pull you up, and I want to be able to pull you up and feel good about pulling you up, because my vote matters as well, right? So, and one of the things that we don't tell voters, perspective is you vote them in, but as a voter, you also have the opportunity to vote them out.
Correct.
If you put them in and they ain't getting the job done, put them out, right? So, I mean, that's your right as a voter too, but it's important that you at least participate in the process.
And I don't think you need more than one term to really know or see if somebody is putting the best foot forward.
Correct.
If they're putting in as much effort as one they said they would, right? Because when people are campaigning, I don't think they realize your word is your bond. And the same energy you come in with is the same energy you be getting out with as well too.
Correct.
You have to maintain that. So if you know you bring in an energy you cannot maintain and you have never maintained, don't do it. Just don't do it.
You know, you showing up is important. So Lieutenant Governor candidate Noel Francis was here earlier this week, and one of the things that he said that was a takeaway for me was that he have 100% attendance rating for.
Listen, you should have seen my face.
Listen, I was like, what? This man never missed a day.
I was like, 6 years.
Yeah.
What?
That's important, but that also speaks to the commitment of the individual, right? So
was it 6 years or 6 terms?
6 terms.
Yes,
yeah. Correct.
12 years.
Which is 12 years. Right.
So, exactly.
You know,
insane.
Showing up is important, and showing up well researched and prepared is important. So again, you know, engage, ask the right questions. You know, information is accessible, and there's nothing that you may want to find out that you don't have the opportunity or access to find out. So
correct. You know, and by the way, Shamari, thank you for always listening.
No problem. I'll be tuning in every morning. I kind of cheated on one of my favorite radio programs or stations, but you know, tuning in here is also such a good feeling, because I think that what 101.3 does is it gives me access to a younger perspective, and it's a more relatable station for people within
audiences.
Within my age group or demographic. So I mean, you also do a very good job with asking the tough questions. You're not one of those radio hosts that just staying here for the entertainment.
Right.
You know, ask the tough questions, and it's easy to engage with you, and it's easy for you to engage with them. So I mean, the perspective is important. So I mean, I just pointed out that this has become my number one on every car that I have. And then man, this is why I tune in too.
Shout out to Neka. Shout out to 101.3.
Truth be told.
Is that? Oh man, you just made my whole morning. So thank you so much, and thank you to everybody that tunes in. Because here and there, you know, a lot of people don't even know what I look like. But you know, I gotta say shout out Tioni. She's listening right now as well too. She said last night she stopped some people.
Good morning, Tioni.
Hi, Tioni.
Right?
How are you?
And she said, oh, this is the girl from the Bushina Bodish. I said, you're gonna have to be my publicist, because everybody that passed by, she said, this is the girl from the Bushina Bodish.
Tioni is amazing.
She is though. And they say, wait, you mean the girl with a comb? She said, yes, that one. So
and you see how you catch on. I mean, hear me catch on. You see how you catch Lieutenant Governor Roach and Nova and Senator Francis Avgard. That thing wake them up one time on Sunday.
You could say right, if they were sleeping after they hear that cowbell, they are definitely wake up.
Wake up. That's why I call it Queen Mary, because wake up.
I just like the challenge that's being put out there for candidates.
Yes.
And I appreciate Halima also for for making the space so welcoming.
Right.
Because I think Nobel also mentioned that this was like his second time on the show, and I think the Lieutenant Governor said it was his first, and I was like, well, yeah, you're in the right place. It's about time, right? But just being in this space and being able to have the conversation is just so important. And sometimes the conversation about his territory could feel very heavy, but it shouldn't feel heavy.
Right.
It should feel progressive.
Exactly.
And it should be productive conversation. So I just like this space.
Yes,
So.
I appreciate that, because my goal isn't to add to the tensions that already exist.
Right.
A lot of times, if you could just sit down and have a reasonable conversation over a nice hot cup of bush tea, you would understand perspectives as well as the whys for some of the things that we a lot of times draw conclusions for within ourselves. And in drawing those conclusions, we're a Caribbean people, the emotions come behind of it, and we feel, oh, but how come and that takes us nowhere.
Right.
At the end of the day, we still live and work in this community together. We were raising our children here, caring for our parents here, growing, developing. So why not just ask the whys? A lot of times you'll be surprised what you learn. And I just don't want to be another one of those platforms that bring a lot of negativity and finger pointing, because we already know. Let's find out what the whys are and how we can fix it.
I think when we talk about prosperity for all for this territory, I think that I don't think that there is no one person who lives here, who works in the territory, who sits in any capacity, whether rank and file or in any board, senate, the governor, it doesn't matter, right? I think that we all have the same goal in mind.
Right.
Everybody want better healthcare.
Yes.
Everybody want a better educational system.
Correct.
Everybody want access to whatever, right? I think that everybody has the same shared goal. Sometimes egos and personalities and status quo get in the way. And I think that's what hampers our progress as a community, as a territory, as a society.
Absolutely.
Because somebody related to somebody and somebody don't like somebody, and there's just always that.
And I've been here first.
Yeah. And I think in every community that exists.
Yes.
But I do believe that Virgin Islanders really want the Virgin Islands to be the best place there is in the world to live, visit, retire,
absolutely,
eventually rest, right?
Yeah.
We want the best. But we just have to set personalities aside and continue to do our part.
I agree. Like, we all love the VI, and like I was telling you guys the other day, I put out a video, and honestly, that's why we're going Party Festival. And I was like, I just love home. I was just feeling like, I really love home, and decided to just take the video, and I didn't expect anybody to really, do anything with it. But granted, it showed me, regardless of where we are, I got all kinds of comments, people saying, I want to come home. Oh my gosh, you made me want to come home. I need a party right now. It's that, it's this and that. And representing, one thing that came to me is that we, regardless of what issues we face, we all love this place.
Yeah.
Like we do. And a lot of times we leave reluctantly because there's no place like home. And I feel like Dorothy saying that there's no place like home. There's no place like home. And there really isn't, And those of us who are well traveled, well versed in different areas, as well as other islands and places, destinations and whatnot. Shamar, you're one of those as well too. There really is no place like the Virgin Islands.
I have a friend who actually he's leaving today, a Facebook friend. He's leaving today. He came on Monday, and he ended up here by chance. Actually, he and some friends actually going to St. Martin, ironically, and they had to move their trip later down in Europe. So he was saying, well, he coming anyway. So he ended up in St. Croix, and one of the takeaways for me, which wasn't necessarily a shocker, but again, perspective. He was talking about how nice the people are.
Hey.
And, hearing it from outside is such a good feeling, because sometimes we don't beat up each other.
Man.
Most times we don't beat up each other.
Especially on the algorithm.
Right. But, it's just such a good feeling to know that somebody came here by chance and just fell in love with this place. And he sent me a text this morning, and he was like, I'll definitely be back. And he had the experience. He went to the Buck Island yesterday. He went to Botanical Gardens. He immersed himself in a number of different things. He, engaged in some of the libation, and he ate at Amma and stuff like that. And, it was just, and he was here from Michigan, right? So, I mean, just a completely different space, a different environment, but, in paradise, enjoying paradise. And if people could come from the outside and enjoy paradise, then I want to make sure that I get to enjoy paradise.
Hello.
Right?
It should be paradise for us too, right?
From the tourism perspective, from the marketing side of it, the tourism space, when the Virgin Islands show up at different trade shows and we're in different rooms, people respect us. And there are other destinations that are doing things that we've been doing right? So they're
Talk
reading
to
the
me.
room and they're asking for the playbook. But,
Okay.
I mean, we're so much
With
more
everything.
Greater, with everything.
From
With
from
everything.
from corrections to VIPD
With
to
everything.
carnival to every food,
Correct.
everything. Okay.
Correct. So
Bram.
we don't big up ourselves enough.
Right.
But I guess again, my vantage point is different because I'm in a space where I get to market
to
and I do
see
the
it.
work.
Mhm.
I see what the Virgin Islands look like outside of the Virgin Islands.
Correct.
And I see how people respond to Virgin Islanders, and we're
Yes.
doing really good work. And paradise is paradise, and paradise in, right? And although sometimes paradise don't feel like paradise, I promise you that you don't want to struggle no place else in the world
But
besides
here,
home.
I'm telling you, I agree.
And being home, you shouldn't have to struggle, right,
That.
to be home. But I
That.
mean, considering where we are right now and stuff like that, you still have to make paradise work for you.
Yes.
And I just love it, man. Nobody can make me believe that there's any place else in the world that's better than the Virgin Islands. Nobody can make me just pack up my bags and leave. And if I'm out of here, it's because I have to go.
Right.
But I, trust and believe I'll be back, right? So,
Mhm.
I mean, I love it. I think that I eat, sleep, and sweat the work that I do. And I
Yes.
also, that's going to translate into the work that I do once elected to the board of elections, because
Yes.
anything that I engage in, right,
Mhm.
anything that I commit myself to, I put my all into it. For example, Forward, VIMO, and Chris.
Mhm.
But I just do it from a place of a lot of integrity and just passion.
We have a caller. Caller, you're on the air. Good morning.
Yeah, blessed morning, enough thanks and praises to the Most High, granting us with life, may bless us with many more.
Yes.
Of course, I have to call in and just say how much so right, how beautiful the island is. I fell back in love after the hurricane. I was doing all kind of inspection in the mountains. I was all over looking at the homes, and this place is so beautiful. When you really look out and see the views that we have, and the fact that we could travel to the beach, and the beach is not too far from any direction, it is really beautiful. It's just for our people to have a salary and also be able to have the pride to enjoy it. But we have to change the education system to empower us to more be a power force in the world, in the trade department. And once we get that going, I think we can be okay. I think once we get that part going, I understand and kind of shift the dynamics of how we were dealing with life, I think we'll be better.
I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. Gentlemen, you want to chime in?
Yeah, I completely agree with you. We have to get our trades going, and we have to put more intention into our trades. We have the academic side, but we need to pour more into the vocational side. Right now, it's stated that the Virgin Islands needs 5,500 skilled laborers to complete all of our disaster recovery projects. So imagine if we had that pipeline created already with our own vocational school.
And not say that we do have it, because I come from the complex, and I graduated from since '98, and I went into the refinery, and the refinery fine-tuned what I already had and more. That made me go even way further and continue to feed my family. And I have over 6 kids and take care of way more. And I've been able to take care of them financially, spiritually.
Yeah.
So it's for us to fine-tune what we already have and enhance it. But since we don't have from school to work type pipeline in the government, that's what causing the issue.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
that's what we need. We need to
So-
fine-tune it in the government.
I always want to say thank you, Reggie. Absolutely. We're about to wrap up the show in just a bit, but I always appreciate you calling in. I'm going to allow them to answer, and then, we're going to close out.
So
All right, thank you.
I recently graduated 2023, and I could assure that in my second year or my first year in 12th grade, we had that school to work pipeline. But like you said, Reggie, we just need to enhance it. We need to make sure that we're ensuring that our students are exposed to these opportunities.
Correct.
Not change it, but we just need to refine it.
Yeah.
So we need to ask ourselves, are we exposing our students to the endless possibilities that's out there, not only on the academic side, but on our vocational side as well?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We need these opportunities. And we were talking, before, while we were waiting on one of the commercial breaks to pass, we were talking behind the scenes about exposure.
Right.
You know?
It's
and
important.
I got to say, a lot of the summer programs that are taking place right now in the territory are doing a great job of that exposure, because some of them, they have their focus points and things that they do. But they're also utilizing the summertime to take the kids on field trips, expose them to different things, WTJX, they're going down to the mangroves, they're going Prosperity Farms, you understand?
We have some of them at tourism with us, and
You see that?
some are in-house with tourism, and then we place some of them like the Buccaneer, and we have them in like different areas as well.
That's so important to me, because how do we represent our territory if they never learn how? This isn't information that just automatically downloads one midnight,
But
you know?
credit to that is also due to the legislature and the executive branch.
Yeah.
So there was a commitment to put some monies in the Department of Labor to fund these summer jobs. We have to continue that, right?
Yeah.
Because now them training, you don't have to worry about how you're going to pay them. The money is there.
It's
And you just have to
there.
grant access
Yes.
to the various fields and the various departments for them to do the work, right? So, I mean, if we're serious about investing in youth, the commitment have to continue. And you have to
Yeah.
continue outside of summer work. You have to continue through CTEC programs and through education and through after school programs. So there needs to be a real long-standing commitment to youth.
Yeah, exactly. And one of those commitments that I follow closely, that I ain't gonna lie, I wish it was around when I had recently graduated, is the fact that once you graduate here in the Virgin Islands, you could go to UVI for free.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, that is
Yeah.
huge. This is a big HBCU university, this ain't no little pian something, like, this is UVI. Let's talk about it. And our children who graduate here, right here on our soil, could go to UVI for free. That is huge. And I hope that we're
Major.
able to maintain that, because I know in recent news it was saying, monies weren't being allotted properly, and it might sink, but it looking like it might continue to swim. So definitely looking forward to more initiatives such as that. So what that says is the work is being done.
Correct.
Yes.
It takes a while for the work to get done, but once we are on the way, that is the most important thing. And it takes community to take care of self. It's not about pointing fingers. There are a lot of people that are working diligently and saying, you know what can I bring to the table? And that is a challenge that I give to those who are looking for opportunities to move home.
Right.
Where there is deficit, there is opportunity. I always say so. So if you're looking for a reason to move home, don't wait till it fixes, because then you're going to be competing for things. But while you have the knowledge, the background, the expertise, the exposure, come and bring your skill sets at home. And there are people that are more than willing to help you find your seat in the change that we need to see. All right. So, well, guys, we're going to cut to a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to give you guys some information in terms of how you can reach out to Forward VI, have these gentlemen close out properly, so keep it locked. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch that dial. We still got a little bit of tea down in the bottom of the cup, okay? Keep it locked. It's 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, and Bush Tea in the morning. Don't touch that dial.
This is Donna Fred Gregory, Democratic candidate for governor. Healthcare delivery at our hospitals is a concern affecting all of us. Both the Wang F. Louis Hospital on St. Croix and the Roy L. Snyder Hospital on St. Thomas provide roughly $40 million in uncompensated care annually. This revenue shortfall affects everything: the standard of patient care, the ability to buy essential medical supplies, and the capacity to recruit and maintain qualified medical staff. Within the first 100 days of the Donna and Rodney administration, I will appoint a special committee to submit a state plan amendment to the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, seeking higher reimbursement rates to generate new funding for our hospitals. Enough is enough. Time for results. On August 1st, vote Donna Fred Gregory for governor and Rodney Moorhead for lieutenant governor.
Paid for by VI Now for DFG.
Mobile and True Fiber. Some things are better together. A mobile phone and True Fiber. Now everyone
better connected.
Are you looking for another source of income while earning an in-demand marketable trade that enhances your resume? If so, the Virgin Islands Air National Guard is the best-kept secret of the Air Force that provides you these opportunities and so much more. Take advantage of these amazing benefits while serving locally in your community 1 week in a month and 2 weeks a year. To learn more, contact your Virgin Islands Air National Guard recruiter at 340-277-8022.
Napa Auto and truck part owners have been a part of the Virgin Islands community for generations. They're the pros that know how great employment in the Virgin Islands affects the quality of life for families. Napa pros treat every employee and customer like family because let's face it, they probably are family. Napa's extensive part inventory include parts for new model cars and trucks, older model cars and trucks, and every island raga in between. And let's not forget the agriculture equipment parts and custom hydraulic hoses that Napa keeps in stock so our farmers can get the field plowed and our communities fed locally. Napa pros are proud to be a part of this community. Shop locally, shop Napa. Call 772-0155 for Napa. All your auto, truck, agriculture, and marine part needs today.
Parents, are you looking for a well-rounded summer camp? Interchanges, where the fun never stops and the adventure never ends, presents 2026 Summer Camp. Face Fantastic Adventure Camp Explosion. We offer academics, pool party, horseback riding, gaming and technology, fishing, cooking, music, art, bowling, Buck Island adventures, and fun-filled field trips. Camp lasts 8 weeks, June 8th to July 31st. Boys and girls ages 3 to 13 are welcome. Register May 23rd, 10 to 2 p.m. at Victorious Believers Church. Get your kids ready for a fantastic time. Stay connected on Facebook or call me, Miss Teatree, 340-719-1725. 340-719-1725. Block grant accepted.
This is a reminder from the election system of the Virgin Islands. To register to vote, you must be a U.S. citizen, at least 18 years old, or turning 18 before the next election, and meet local residency requirements. You must not be registered elsewhere, not be a convicted felon who has not been discharged or pardoned, and not have been declared mentally incompetent by a court of law. When registering, please bring one of the following: a U.S. birth certificate, U.S. passport, military discharge form, DD-214, or a naturalization certificate. Your voice matters. Your vote counts.
For more information, contact the election system of the Virgin Islands.
Or vivote.gov.
The new 101.3 Roe FM.
Hello. Cool me. Street sense. Oh, what I feel like. In knocking was rhyming.
Lord.
Me brethren to the bar and we gonna have lots of fun.
It is that. As you guys know, time flies and we having fun. Yes, shake up that little bit of sugar down in the bottom of the cup. That's right. We got to close out. Yes. Oh, man, guys, it's Bushy in the morning right here on 101.3 Roe FM WEVI. You already know I have these lovely gentlemen here with me from Forward VI. All right, I'm going to have them close out, as well as you guys have an event coming up this evening, don't you?
Yes.
All right, so tell us a little bit about that.
So once again, good morning. My name is Mojanamo Dennis, number 1 on the Democratic primary ballot for the Board of Education. We invite the public and the listening audience to come out to the levels tonight at 6:30 for the sit down. The sit down is a forum that happens every Thursday at levels, where you can have the opportunity to learn about each candidate's different platforms and ask questions as well. So tonight's guest or candidate guest is myself, Mojanaya Dennis, for the Board of Education, Christopher Jacobs Jr. for the Board of Education, and we also will be having Miss Delia Smith, who is a candidate for the delegate to Congress. So we invite the public to come out. We look forward to meeting with you, to having conversation, shaking hands, giving hugs, sharing love, and of course answering your questions. So once again, come out, and we also invite you to stay abreast and aware of anything that we have going on through our social media pages. You can find us on Facebook at Forward VI, that's FWDVI, and of course our website, which is www.fwdvi.com.
Awesome.
Also, you fail to mention our radio show every Tuesday, the 340 Exchange. We're on 101.3 FM.
That's right.
Myself, Mo, and Shamari, along with the awesome Summer Sibley Brown. So, guys, we look forward to seeing you later. Engage with us.
Yes.
Ask you for your support. Come ask us the questions, talk with us. Trust me, we don't bite. We're very loving individuals. So, thank you guys again. Christopher Jacobs Jr., number 3 in the upcoming Democratic primary Board of Education.
Hey, is that.
And last but not least, Shamari Haynes, Deputy Commissioner with the USVI Department of Tourism, but also a candidate for the Board of Elections. Like I said, I'm not I won't be on the ballot for the for the August 1st primary, as I am the only Democratic candidate running for the Board of Elections. So I will be on the ballot for the November 3rd general election. I'm asking for your support. Support myself, support Mojanaya, support Chris, as we work together to, one, be a part of the process, and to ensure that the territory moves forward and that there's a younger representation of various generations and demographics in the space. Thank you so much.
Yes, absolutely. And we have one of the viewers on the chat. She said, Judith Dyer Miller, she says, blessed rising. Is good to see the younger generation finally stepping up and getting involved. Love it. Much love.
Auntie Judith.
Yay!
Thank you so much for the love all the time.
Is that definitely. So you guys know it's always an honor and a pleasure to have you here in the studio with us. It brings a whole new energy. You know, we always talking about what's taking place as well as where our place is in our community, you know, regardless of which generation you're born into, regardless of, you know, what your interests are, your background, everybody has something to offer to our community. So I applaud you guys for stepping up. As Auntie Judy said, you know, I also love it and I'm here for it. I support it fully. So let people know, where can they reach out to you guys to support Forward VI, as well as if they want to be a part of Forward VI, or, you know, work towards assisting the initiative to, you know, make progress?
So you can reach out to us directly through Facebook, our individual Facebook platforms, or if you have access to Facebook or Instagram, you could find us at Forward VI, that's FWDVI, or you could check us out on our website, www.forwardvi.com, that's FWDVI.com. We're pretty much accessible. I mean, you can find those guys at Port Authority. You can find me at Tourism. You can just check us in the streets. Beer Garden is the social beer garden here in Christian Setong is also the home of all of the great ideas and everything that we do, right? All the great ideas and everything is born really and truly at the social beer garden.
Hey.
Shout out to James and Danny for just always, accepting, embracing us, engaging in the conversation, indulging in the ideas. I mean, when we talk about, you know, people supporting the movement, Danny and James for sure. I mean, they're heavy behind us, right? So, I mean, if you can't find us anywhere, find Danny and James. They'll come to us.
It is that. Oh man, guys, thank you so much for joining me here today. And guys, also, as I mentioned, be sure to check out the 340 Exchange live every Tuesday evening, 6 p.m. right here on 101.3 Roe FM WEVI. It'll be live on Facebook as well too. So make sure you follow the page, like the page, share the page, and also to download the TuneIn app so that you can listen to us anywhere in the world where you have a phone connection. You can listen to us through your iWatch, okay, your Apple Watch, all of that good stuff. So anywhere you have an internet connection and a device, you can tune in to 101.3 Roe FM to the Tiana. So you got no reason to miss nothing. All right. Thank you guys again for coming. This has been yet another awesome rendition of Bush Tea in the Morning, each and every weekday morning with your hostess Neeks. Thank you guys for the positivity. Thank you for following, the support, and everybody that always has something positive to say when you see me. I love that. Okay. Also, tell a friend to tell a friend. Tune in. All right. And follow 101.3 Roe FM WEVI. Gotta say a huge shout out to our sponsor, My Lord Variety Store and Smoke Shop. The Flaming Grill STX. and Liberty VI. All right, so make sure, as also for the Flaming Grill, y'all know they share their specials each and every weekday. So today is Thursday. They got chicken and shrimp fried rice. I think I'm gonna give me some of that.
That sounds good.
Doesn't it though? Mix up. I love it. The best of both worlds, chicken and shrimp. How you could do it like that? All right, so we're going over to the Flaming Grill. We're going to see y'all on the next one. All right, give them a call, 340-778-6270. Make your order, and order me one too, okay? I'll see you guys later. Treat each other well until next time.
Yes.
In the pharmacy, you ain't harming me, so pardon me. Pass the safe before I blaze the place and hit 6 shots just in case.
Jay-Z and Biggie Smalls, is it draw? Where you from? Brooklyn, going out to all. Crown Heights. You don't stop. Brownsville. You won't stop. Jay-Z and Biggie Smalls, is it draw? Where we from? Brooklyn, going out to all. Bushwick. You don't stop.
Yeah. From 9-6, the only MC with a flu. Yeah, I rhyme sick. I be what you're trying to do. Made a fortune off Peru. Extradite, China white, hair on. Looking please like short sleeves, I bear wrong. Stay out away from here wrong.
Clear.
Gone.
Me and Gunna had 2 spots. The 2 for $5 hits, the blue tops. Gotta go, Coolio, mean it's getting too high. If they have twins, she probably have 2 pops. Get it?
Time to separate the pros from the cons, the platinum from the bronze, that butter soft shit from that leather on the fawns, a S1 diamond from my I-class dome, a Sean Dawn sipper from a rosé, like a Brook non, sipping on.
Cristal forever, play the crib when it's mink weather. The mafia keep cannons in they Mark Buchanans. Usually Quattro Cinco, the shell sink slow, tossing ya. Mad slugs through your Nautica, I wanted ya.
Jay-Z and Biggie Smalls, it's shit draw. Where you from? Brooklyn, going out to all. Flatbush, you don't stop. Red Hook, that's right. You won't stop. Jay-Z and Biggie Smalls, it's shit draw. Where you from? Brooklyn, going out to all. East New York, you don't stop. Clinton Hills, you won't stop.
We gon' light the block up. I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee, and I am blessed to have Chris Witherspoon here with me today.
I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed to be here.
You know, he be on all the TV shows. He was just on the Today Show. But we're going to shine a light right now on Tommy Talabi. Now, I was just telling you about her because I don't know her in real life.
Okay.
But I love what she's doing. She started this Black Beauty Club on Clubhouse during the pandemic. And basically, it was just a connection for people to come together, global network of founders, content creators, and consumers. They host sold-out free events like talks in Paris, London, and other cities. It's been organically growing, and they had their inaugural Beauty Vanguard Awards